Good morning, Friday, June 17th. We're here on a side road here, about 10 kilometers from Sturgeon Falls. We're just about to jump on the bicycle and go for a bicycle ride west. We're gonna go find James Topp. He's about 8 kilometers west. So I'm guessing he's around 18 kilometers from Sturgeon Falls. So we're gonna be riding into a really strong wind today. And so when we're going westbound, it's going to be pretty rough. But eastbound, we'll have the, once we turn around, we'll have the wind at our backs. And we got a little surprise for the guys once they get up to where the truck is today. And I shouldn't say guys, I should say we have a surprise for the ground crew when they get to the truck today. We've brought some ice waters and protein bars. So we're just going to get ourselves ready. Check the camera, make sure we look pretty. All right, look about as beautiful as we're ever going to get. Let's switch it around to hopefully something that's better looking. There we go. All right, well, thanks for joining the stream. Let's go for a roll. Uh-oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm sure James' feet must be in terrible condition. I've only been along with them for a few days and I've got a few aches and pains, that's for sure. So let me get my glasses on. Make sure I recognize where we are so I can find the truck again. Thanks, Trent. Appreciate the feedback. All right, let's go. So, first thing we're gonna notice already is the support bus is right in front of us. After today's bike ride, we're going to Best Buy to see what kind of mics we can get for wind noise. So it won't be as bad once we find James and turn around. The wind noise will be next to nothing because it'll be behind us. But right now it is blowing incredibly hard in my face. I didn't get a chance to see who wrote that last comment, but I totally agree. He's a man with a plan. And he's determined. And the wind here is, wow. It's gonna get worse. We're gonna cross the street. Uh-oh, lost my hat. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Give him a little bow for stopping for me. Can't believe someone just stopped on the highway because I lost my hat, so that was nice of them. Almost got hit by a big truck. Alright, so, uh-oh. I said uh-oh because that was the OPP that passed. I know I should have nothing to worry about. I don't know what the rules are about riding a bicycle alongside of a highway, but he didn't stop, so we must be okay. So here's the point where everyone's waiting for James to catch up to them. Let's go on the road for a smoother ride and hope I don't get hit. Nah, sorry guys on the smoother ride. It's a little busy today. I'm a little nervous. I didn't put on my high vis. So here we go. This will be a pit stop, I guess, by the looks of it, which is unfortunate because it's right before where I put mine. Good to... Does that look more familiar?
Now I know exactly.
All right. So we just passed our fan club. LOL, just kidding. They just didn't recognize me this morning because I wasn't on my bicycle. And for the most part, when they've seen me, I've been on the bike. I'll try to stay on the road as much as I can. It just gets a little nerve-wracking. So I guess we've got about 5 kilometers to go-ish until we'll find James. And then we'll roll along behind him for, I guess, the 5 kilometers. Trying to rotate the mic out of that wind, but maybe I should see if I can slow down and well, hopefully Best Buy is going to have something for that wind noise. Beautiful day for now. Forecast is rain this afternoon. Extremely winding. That wind will behind James back, so that's a blessing. Helping push James on his mission, so that's fantastic. Holy, this is quite a workout today, biking into this wind. Well, we don't want to make anybody nervous, so I can definitely get on the shoulder more often, but it just seems like it's well, very rough on the camera going up and down. I don't want your eyes to get all bugged out. Oh wow, this is going to be a burn today in the legs, the calves. I think that's what they call the upper leg muscles. Oh, we got to get back on for a minute. That is really hard riding on that gravel. It's hard on the legs and it's hard on the, well, it's hard on the anus, just to say it bluntly. So for anybody just joined us, we're on Highway 17, North Ontario they call it. It's really mid-Ontario. That's how big Ontario is, but it's North Ontario because this is pretty much as north as where people live until you get into the Inuit. Much slower pace than the other. Okay, we got no cars coming for a bit. Woo, little break. I'm in the easiest gear on my bike and struggling to move forward, basically. I'm moving almost at a march's pace, just a little bit faster. I hear your suggestion on walking with the bike. and if it comes to it, I will. But my legs are more made for riding. I've been riding my whole life. And the other day when I tried to march with James and his ground crew, I only lasted about 300 meters. And the burn in my lower leg, in the muscles, and my lungs, because of my asthma, I couldn't keep up. These guys keep a really fast pace. It's shockingly how fast they maintain a pace of. Well, we'll know we're close when we start seeing the support buses, support cars. I think I heard 30-mile-per-hour winds today. Don't quote me on that. Could have been kilometers. All I heard was incredibly windy. Oh, there, it's calmed down for a second. Thanks to everybody who watched my stream the other day of the meet and greet in Sudbury. That was fantastic. Good time. Certainly looking forward to the meet and greet tomorrow night in North Bay. So hopefully you'll join us there as well. Wow. I might have to walk soon. Push. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Did that improve the wind noise? Or does it make a difference? So about the same. Thank you very much. Well, today I'm on my way back home, which is in North Bay today for the next 2 nights. I'm going to stop in at Best Buy and see if they have anything they can sell me to make this better. This is intense. I don't know if they have a little motor that they can put on my bicycle, but that would be all right too. Yeah, let's do a hand swap. I gotta be honest, the only advantage to noise is that you can't hopefully hear me huffing and puffing. Uh-oh, getting into the real soft stuff. Oh, big truck coming, big truck. So we're heading away from Sturgeon Falls. We're probably around 12 kilometers out, I think, for my best estimate. I think James is at around 15. And we just passed that OPP officer. So hopefully he's not spinning around. Well, it looks like not too many of you could bear the noise. So I thank you to the true hards that are putting up with this wind noise for another few minutes. And then we should be able to roll with James for quite a few kilometers this morning. Wow, holy, it's almost pushing me backwards. It actually just twisted the gimbal as well. So extreme winds on Highway 17 today. Extreme winds. Fortunately, when we turn around with James, they'll be pushing us behind us. So we won't have much wind noise into the mic, I don't believe. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I passed the Poutine Fest today on my way here, noticing them getting it all set up. Woo. Wow, this is tough stuff. Not sure if the news said 30 kilometers or 30 miles per hour winds, but they're heading east. So we're heading into the wind, which fortunately for James, who I believe is right up ahead of us at the end of the road here, that it'll be pushing him and his team in the back. So that's a blessing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're right up ahead of us. I can see the I believe I see the support vehicle on the left. And some people on the right-hand side, but my eyesight's not that great, so let's get a little closer before we make judgment on what we think we're seeing. There's definitely a vehicle parked on the left. I can see that for sure. for me now. Okay, thanks, buddy. Oh yeah, that's definitely them. I'm going with, we have affirmative. We have found James and his ground crew just up ahead of us. We're on the right-hand side, marching into the traffic. Oh, look at that, wind just died down too a bit. Oh, until I said that. That's the wind spinning the camera around. The gimbal's really struggling. So if you guys see any landmarks that you recognize so you can help us locate where we are, feel free to shout them out. It's been helping some people find where James is by just looking at the stream. So here's one of his support vehicles that leapfrogged James and his crew for safety, in case one of them needs immediate help. We're gonna cross the road and get set up over here. Whoa. We almost wiped out into the ditch. As we get closer to the right of the ditch, it gets incredibly soft. So it looks like they're doing an interview. And we're gonna sit on this side and watch them walk past us, march past us. Excuse my lingo. And then we'll fall in behind. So that's not me shaking, that's the wind. That's probably a bit of both. Good day. I would yell hello for you, but he's in the middle of a phone interview. Let's get swung around, get back in line. Give me a second. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. On our way to North Bay / Sturgeon Falls / Ottawa. Well, stop for a second, get my glasses out of my mouth so I can speak properly. All right, here we go. Perfect. Well, that's it. So I'm assuming that's going to be way better on the wind noise. And guess what? I hardly have to pedal now. So in a couple of minutes, you can stop listening to me huff and puff. truckers showing some support. It'll also, the wind's gonna also help the batteries last a lot longer too by keeping them cool. Today we're only expecting, I believe, a high of 20 degrees in the area, so should be a really nice day for marching. Looking forward to hopefully a huge turnout in North Bay at the meet and greet coming tomorrow night. If you can't make it out there, please watch the stream. So we're just heading east now on Highway 17. Following behind James Topp and his crew, his ground crew. The last flag in the back here is for Veterans for Freedom. You can go ahead and check out their websites if you're not familiar with it. If you want to know more about James Topp, it's canadamarches.ca. And Veterans for Freedom is just the way it sounds, except they use the number 4. So Veterans for Freedom. Both of them appear to be great organizations that deserve our support. And hopefully you guys will do what you can to make sure that North Bay's turnout is hopefully the biggest that James has seen so far. I believe he claimed yesterday that Winnipeg was the largest turnout he's witnessed, so come on, North Bay. And anybody around that can drive there, then please do. The emotional support to the team is more than you can probably, maybe, than you might recognize. The where is a great question, and I probably you can't zoom in on that thumbnail I put at the front. So the where, I will definitely make sure that you know before the end of the day. And I'm sure maybe somebody will throw it on the comments here, hopefully. And if not, you can go to canadamarches.ca and look in their events section, and you'll find the posting about the meet and greet in North Bay. I had it in my memory, but unfortunately it slipped. That's why I took a picture of it, so that way I can always check back when necessary. You can almost use the flag as a sail today. So yeah, when you get a chance, check out their websites, read all the information. I definitely, as an ignorant human, can definitely not give you the wording that they've prepared on their website. So that's your best bet, is to check out their pages there, their websites, and see how you can support, even if it's just through shout outs, through comments of encouragement, driving out, saying hello, whatever you can do. And call it a gut feeling, but I think when James and his crew arrive in Ottawa, well, that's definitely going to be the biggest turnout for a welcoming party. So we have another couple of volunteer marchers today The gentleman in the red shirt has come out for a march, and the gentleman in the all black up ahead there with the black backpack, he's also come out for a march. So if the picture gets, the quality of the feed gets a little fuzzy on you guys, apologize for that in advance. There's nothing I can do about it. I've looked up attaching antennas to my ears or something to try to increase the signal strength to the towers, but so far I've came up blank. Call it gut intuition again, but I have a feeling that Parliament Hill is going to be pretty locked down when James gets there on the 30th. I have a feeling it'll be full of checkpoints again. I'm not sure Mr. Trudeau is going to open his doors and welcome them in with a hug. So I'm already trying to think of arrangements to make sure I'm on the inside of the red zone before they shut it. Because mark my words, they will. It'll definitely be shut down again. They're not going to. They're going to fear the invasion and then the occupation. So I think they're just going to try to stop the invasion right off the get-go. That's the only problem when you announce your arrival into Ottawa, it seems so far. I could be wrong. It won't be the first time. But incredible how many people are waiting outside their house for James to come walking by to show him some support. So thanks to everybody that's doing that. Doing what you can. go. And off we try to go too. The next neighbor came out as well. All right, let's carry on. So everybody, it's kind of surprising how many people actually are coming out to say hello, and how they're finding out about him too, because obviously MSM isn't promoting his agenda. So here's something interesting. Last night at trailer park, where I'm calling home for the next couple nights, I met a couple that are on vacation from the Netherlands. I think it was the Netherlands. And over there, their MSM promotes Mr. Trudeau as a true class first citizen, and that everything here in Canada is picture perfect, as it always has been. They didn't hear of anything, and were actually puzzled and asked me about the F Trudeau signs and why that is. So just to let you know that, yes, MSM all around the world basically works together and promotes the same agenda. So that's an interesting fact. Well, what I believe to be a fact. And I shouldn't say all around the world, I should probably say with UN/WHO or WEF or those countries, NATO countries. They believe, it appears that they have the same agenda. Call me crazy, but I'll keep on adding up all the information I soak in, and maybe one day I might be able to come to some kind of near conclusion of the truth. But right now, it's all just a big theatrical show, and no one can really tell what's going on except for the few that probably know. But hopefully more eyes are opening every day because of people like James Topp and his volunteer crew. And all of you that are watching other sources of information besides MSM. I told a friend this morning, you believe nothing you hear and half you see, and you'll do okay. But when you start doing anything else but that, you end up with all kinds of disinformation. I'll just stop and read that message in case you guys are yelling at me. Oh yeah, actually, I know. Trying to zoom in here. I think that's Trent, and you're absolutely right. And that's why I really try to keep my mouth shut a lot, but and keep my opinion to myself, because I'm not sure for the exact reason you just said. I watch all kinds of worldwide media, and I'm trying to clue into what's going on. And you're absolutely right. They don't want that to spread. That secret's coming out soon enough, but they don't want me to be telling it. A lot of PP going up and down the road today. I might try something a little silly today. I might try riding all the way to Sturgeon Falls with them, and then I'm gonna try calling an Uber large. My daughter says they're called, which apparently I need an Uber large to hold my bicycle. So I might have to try that for a first time, because riding back in the wind is gonna be treacherous. Well, as we already found out from getting here this morning. Just gonna do a little side cut here, just to get a different angle. All right, close your eyes so you don't get dizzy. Woo! All right, here we go again. Hey, thanks for the shout out, USA. Appreciate the words of encouragement. The people in both of our countries that are trying to step away from the norm and into the unknown to try to defend the future generations that are going to live in this country. Hopefully we'll look back today and be thankful. For people like James, for people like the Freedom Convoy, for people that are going in different cities, having different groups called Rise Up Durham is one, Rise Up Barrie. There's a bunch of different face groups now that are banding together. So you are right. All is one. It's the only way forward. So we're not going to focus in on this party because they've brought a child with them, and I don't have their permission to put the child on YouTube. So we're going to stick with let's go ahead with the volunteer marchers up here, the two of them, and let's go ask them why they're marching. But that lady brought out her 3 sons, and like I said, I don't want to get in trouble by the YouTube police. How you doing, gentlemen? You sweating yet? Where? How far back's that? It's incredible trying to keep up that march, isn't it? So what made you come out for the march today?
I support what he's doing.
So you support the fight for freedom.
Yeah, the fight for freedom.
Thanks to you and your service. And look at the sacrifice people are making. Look at this guy. Trying to support James. He's on the ground doing stretches.
He's older than me.
Look at the effort these guys are going to, guys. So
I'll be 64 in August.
it's incredible the support that this man has. So we've got one gentleman here that's 64 that's marching. He's just marched about 5K with James. And the other one, we have an unknown age, but he's 70. He starts at, wow, we've got a 70-year-old also marching with the crew. So thanks to these guys for their efforts. Hey, bye, if you need to jump on my handlebars, you're welcome to, okay? You just got to hold the camera. All right, so we've offered our help if they need it. We do have a seat up here on the handlebars. It's got a thing that's going to poke them in the butt, but I agree with you. James is a machine. Trent on YouTube, James says you're a machine. Someone coming out for a visit right now, but it's a minor again, so we'll let them do their thing. That's okay, sir. I'm not getting off. I don't have his parents' permission, so I'm not taking any photos of him because that's against the law here in this country.
Yeah.
So without conformed and consent,
Yes.
that's a little risky. I totally 200% agree with that last message, so thanks for writing it. You're absolutely correct. There's a lot of countries in the world that are going through the same problem we are. You just don't know about it because, like I said, MSM's not going to tell you. But look at the citizens of Australia. Look how many times they've been beaten down since the whole pandemic started. Country you wouldn't be expecting its citizens to get in a beat down for being on sidewalks or in parks where they're usually allowed to be, but because they had a different opinion from the government, they got squashed. Not something we're used to in these democracies, but we're certainly starting to see something going on. Guys stay long enough on the stream, I think this 70-year-old gentleman might have to get on my handlebars here. Give him a ride into Sturgeon Falls. Haven't done that since being a teenager, so that'll be interesting. And if he's really shaky on the camera, though, he'll be back to walking again. Got to have a good quality feed, right? I'm just kidding, of course. Wow, what a nice leisurely stroll for me. But then these guys their calves and legs got to just be burning by the end of the day. If not, like I said the other day, mine were burning within 300 meters. So I think right now I'm going to take a guess that we are about 13 kilometers from Sturgeon Falls. But hopefully maybe one of you guys can recognize where I am and correct me if possible. That way we can try to guess what time we'll be arriving up ahead. I'll try to keep an eye out for some signage. Hey, we got a chance to get on the road here. So we're just going for a bike ride down Highway 17. We're heading east towards Sturgeon Falls. We're following James Topp and his ground crew and a couple volunteers that have decided to come out today for a march with him. Try to experience what this man and his team are sacrificing. Not just for themselves, but for everybody else that might find themselves in a similar situation. Unemployed, no pension, no prospects. Thanks to not participating in the experiment. Where did all the free choice go? Now, don't get me wrong, I actually did participate in the experiment for a couple doses, but not once have I participated in segregation. I have not gone to restaurants when they tried to ID me and ask, "Are you vaxxed or not?" No, not for this guy. I didn't. Not even on when someone invited me to the Keg, which is a fancy steak place on my birthday. I couldn't go because it was during the time of segregation, and I wasn't willing to participate even if I did qualify to go and have a steak. I think it's wrong. So I'll stand pretty strong on that one, that I'm definitely against segregation. When I started hearing podcasts about what to do with the unvaxxed, that really got me off the couch, because that is just crazy. Sorry for unleashing too much of my personal opinion on you. Not trying to influence yours in any way. And I've heard that Tim Hortons is still segregating the children that go to their camps. So yeah, the unvaxxed children are not allowed to go to the Tim Horton camps anymore, I've heard. I did read it on their website quite a while ago, but maybe they've changed their opinion since some people didn't care for that too much. And I've actually also heard, and we might try to check it out, but it is a little bit difficult because, like I just said earlier, I've heard that there's a reserve near Ottawa, a native reserve that has ribbons on the unvaccinated, and they actually have them separate from the vaccinated. And I've heard it, and like I told you earlier, I believe nothing I hear and half I see. So if it's not too far off this trek that we're going on here along Highway 17 towards Ottawa, then I might just make a little side trip to that reservation to see if that school is actually separating the vaccinated from the unvaccinated, because that is absolutely insane. It's probably not true. It can't be true. But definitely interesting to check it out anyways. So way down there on our left, I think we can see the support recreation vehicle for the James Topp crew. So I guess they'll be taking a break at that point, which our vehicle's right, I think, close to there. So I think that's when we'll grab a quick drink of water and maybe a granola bar or something while they take a breather. Looks like James is doing a phone interview right now. Oops, sorry about that. Some of the stuff here is incredibly soft. The shoulder's got some soft spots that want to send me into the ditch. Yeah, them words coming out of Trudeau's mouth, that is, I didn't hear him say that, but I totally believe that he would say that. And about, what do we do? Do we tolerate the unvaxxed? Well, or do we tolerate these people? Like, it's just, even the fact when he said that he admires Xi Jinping, the ruler of China, dictator of China. Well, that's got to be a warning sign right there, isn't it? Oh, one of the nice things I admire about Xi Jinping is, his level of control over his people. That should be sending off alarm bells. And well, I don't know if I want to get that too deep on you. But the other day when we were, I'll say a little bit, but not too much for now, when we were at the meet and greet in Sudbury, and the politician, I'm not going to try to say his name because I'll probably say it wrong and then it'll sound disrespectful, and I don't mean it that way. But all I heard was basically blah, blah, blah. And I'm sorry for that, Mr. Politician. But, that's all we ever hear is the politicians telling us what they think we want to hear. And I tell you, if that politician would like to sit down and take some real questions, then I would be happy to ask them. And we'll see how he can handle things that, aren't sketched and aren't prepared, and what makes any politician thinks that they can tell us that they can do this and do that and do here and do there. They don't even know what it is to be the top dog. As soon as you're top dog and you found out how much restrictions are on you, well, then you can't go turn the country around. We have so many obligations to NATO and UN and WEF that, Mr. Prime Minister, your power is so limited. The only power is going to be in the people. When the people outnumber the Prime Minister and the people's voice are stronger than the Prime Minister's, that's when we'll actually have a say. So for all you that say people like James Topp and the Freedom Convoy, that they're, waste of time and didn't accomplish anything, I would have to totally disagree with you, because there's a heck of a lot more eyes that are open now than there was January 1st of this year to the government's overreach and the theatrical show that they give us that we're a free people. All right, I'll shut up for a bit. Sorry, guys. Guess I'm feeling a little political today with listening to a bunch of political propaganda on the radio station this morning. Got me all riled up. I had to turn it off. I was yelling at the radio. So, oh, here goes another OPP. I would like to bet with you guys that as we get closer to Ottawa, the amount of OPP passing us will increase fivefold, at least fivefold. So that way every basically kilometer or two that they know, okay, yep, here they are, here they are. All right, shut down Ottawa, close it up, he's close. I see a question. Oh, what is the OPP? So, Sheriff, OPP here in Ontario is our Ontario Provincial Police. They are the ones that handle all the police work on the highways. So, the city police, London police, Ottawa police, they handle inside the cities. And the OPP, the Ontario Provincial Police, they handle everything outside of the highways. And if it's something federal where it's gone across provinces, then it will be the RCMP that handle it, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So there's our three basic police forces. We've got a couple more that have been popping up lately to add a little bit more control. But yeah, so thanks for the shout out on the question, because sometimes I will use abbreviations that somebody from another country won't be familiar with. Yes, back in my teen years, I've had interactions with all three, so that's how I am a little bit familiar with them. But my teen years were a long time away. Well, in reality, not so long, but almost 30 years. So 30 years I've been a good boy. But teen years, yes, I got a little off the path. I got to meet the RCMP, I got to meet the OPP, and I got to meet a few of the police forces in different cities. And I'll be honest with you, I've been wondering so some things in life seem to always come back in life as education. And I don't know if I said that right, so I'll try it another way to make sure you understand. Sometimes in life we have lessons that we might not even realize that they were lessons. And then later in life, those lessons come in handy. And you recall, oh yeah, I remember when I learned this. Oh, right on. So yes, my previous dealings with the police have come in handy in the last few months, because I've watched them try to entrap me, go around me and circle me when I've been at the protests. Because at the protests, if you've got a camera or you've got a big mouth or you've got a flag, well then it's likely you might get signaled out to get arrested for misconduct or mischief. So absolutely, it comes in handy just being aware of some of the tactics. When I went to Ottawa, I knew they were getting squashed. I watched the rhythm. They squashed them in Windsor, squashed them in Sarnia, and I knew it was coming to Ottawa. So I ran to Ottawa, and I was right. They got squashed. It was this very sad day. Very, very, very sad day. One of the most emotional days I've probably had in my life. Anybody that was there will understand what I mean. Well, it appears like the groups are getting larger and larger and larger at all the break areas. So this is fantastic, guys. I really appreciate you all being able to come out and throw some support. So if you do find that we're coming into your neighborhood, come on out and wave and say hello. Let them know they're not alone. Makes every footstep, I think, easier. We will be stronger, and I hope the new directive will be, the new path will be one that is supported by everyone, because you know something's wrong when your people are hitting the streets in the middle of the winter, in the middle of the summer. You got everyone hitting the streets. You obviously can tell there's something going on. And what still amazes me, and I'm going to continue to try to look into it, but is how much our news doesn't even get outside of our borders. Still extremely windy today. Let's go get a close-up of that sign so you guys can, let's see if we can zoom in, see what that road is. I don't think it's too fuzzy. Can't read it. If I had to guess, we're about 10 kilometers out from Sturgeon Falls. We're at one of the snowplow turnarounds. Excuse me while I catch up here. Got caught in the soft sand. Sorry about that. When we get a chance, we're going to cross the street. Let's zoom out a bit so it'll stop doing that. Get an angle from across the street. James is going to finish his interview, then I think he's going to say hello to the people that have come out to see him. So I think we're safe to cross now. So I think James is he's slowly walking forward, finishing his interview. And then I think, I'm only guessing, but he's gonna double back and say hello to all these people that I've come out to say hello to them. Well, I guess he's must be behind schedule today because he's not stopping. So we're at Budry Road. Probably didn't pronounce that right, but yeah, you noticed the bubbles, did you? There's the bubble van or something they call it. Yeah, and little sheds here in the bubble bus. And there goes the Ontario Provincial Police again. So it looks like we're carrying on. So the crew behind James thought they were taking a break, but oops, now they're jogging to catch up. So fortunately for us, we can catch up in a matter of seconds being on a bicycle. So let's get going when it's safe to do so. Yeah, there's the bubbler maker and the little shed on the right over there. So these guys are also playing the leapfrog game. Hopefully one of them would be nice enough to give me a ride back to my truck, because my truck is just coming up ahead. But I think what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to head on into, we'll stick with them for a while further, and hopefully maybe even go into Sturgeon Falls with them. And there goes another OPP. I'll be curious to see if it's the same one. And another OPP. Holy Toledo, they're out in full force today. I wonder if they're going to start giving people tickets for being parked illegally. I'm just going to quickly check on my vehicle to see if it's still there. That's why, if anybody asks why I don't put flags and stuff on my vehicle, it's because I don't want to become a target. No, I agree with you, Trent. This many police officers going up and down the road is hot. Definitely hasn't been here the last 3 days. I've been going up and down the road. So, and like I said, that's going to greatly increase as we get closer. Hey, Sheriff, I appreciate that, but unfortunately, your government doesn't like my kind. So I tried to come visit your country, the United States, about 15 years ago, after I received what's called a Canadian pardon, excusing me for being a bad boy when I was a kid. And so I thought that meant I was a good boy now, so I grabbed my wife at the time and a couple $1,000 and was going to come over to your malls and spend some money. But within 15 to 20 seconds of me placing my passport into your custom officer's hands, I was in handcuffs. So yes, I won't be visiting your country anytime soon, unfortunately. Apparently I am allowed to apply for a waiver from your country to give me, what's called basically a Canadian pardon. But it's $1,000 to apply with no guarantee of success, and it's only good for a year. So I thought, well, you know what? If you don't want my holiday money, then I guess I'll just spend it here in Canada, because there's lots. This is a great big country as well. Lots to see here. All right, let's go find out if my truck got towed. I wouldn't be surprised if soon we're going to start having a problem with the police, but hopefully I'm wrong. But it's just going on what I've been witnessing so far in the last few months. If this momentum grows any more than 6 people and a few vehicles, then I fear what might come next. So let's get here and see if my truck's still here. We're up here on this little side road here, which should be legal to park there. So fortunately, it's still there. All right, let's get a nice angle from this side. Wind is definitely picking up again. Let's get back into that line here. Let's get back in our spot. Sorry about that. Hopefully you didn't get too dizzy. Here's a support vehicle going by. Just gonna check that everything's still plugged in. We took a wipe out in the ditch. Just give me a second. We'll catch up to him real quick. Now we just dropped the phone. All right. So we got a couple injuries from that one. Nothing too severe. No medical attention required. We're just gonna double check that things are still plugged in properly, and then we'll get back onto the road. So give me a second, bear with me. Sorry guys. Yeah, I'm all right, Trent. We just got a couple bruises on our leg, but we'll survive that okay. Just gonna double check that we're still sending out the strong signal, everything's plugged full in, and then we'll catch right back up. Yeah, so as you can see, we got a little close and we went into there. So we're all right though. Let's get her back up again and get moving. Just give me a sec, guys. Hey, our first wipeout. That's kind of neat. Oh, I got grass stuck in the handlebars. As you can see by those clouds, the rain's coming. Yeah, I was, that's what happens when you're looking at your screen trying to follow the, your content and getting different angles, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, there's a ditch. Yeah, I do have these tiny little tires on this bike. They're called 80/20 hybrid tires, 80% made for the road, but you can go off-road with them. They are strong enough. So if you can hear me huffing and puffing, sorry about that. Got a little carried away in the ditch there. Definitely not meant for gravel. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So there was no break at that last stop, so I feel he must be trying to make up some time for some lost time when meeting so many people now coming up to see him. Good morning, Eagle. Thanks for joining the stream. Oh, I almost hit the guardrail. We're heading east on HWY 17, probably about 8 kilometers, I think, to Sturgeon Falls. Oh, look at that sign. I didn't read that, but I read it afterwards. Sturgeon River House, 8 kilometers ahead. So I think we're right. We're going in the right direction. Ottawa, here we come. I should probably stop saying that. They're gonna start getting more and more intimidated. But I guarantee you guys will be watching the stream on the 28th, 29th, 30th when we arrive near Ottawa and in Ottawa. And I guarantee I'm willing to bet you that the checkpoints are back up again. You don't have provable business in Ottawa, you won't be coming in. Ottawa, from where we are, is about between 300 and 350 kilometers. So at 50 kilometers a day, that's about a 7-day march, but he does have a couple days planned off. And so 350 kilometers, what would that be? About how many miles would that be? I think 240 miles ish, and I think we're about 8 kilometers from Sturgeon Falls. Someone was just asking. You're welcome, D. Thanks for the shout out there. I always appreciate it, especially after I just ended up in the ditch. Words of encouragement can be very powerful. I woke up this morning feeling very achy and thought to myself, well, you know what? A bike ride today, that's not going to be making me feel any better. but words from you guys are, gets me off the couch. And not only that, this man, he's not taking any breaks. Yeah, if you scroll back 5 minutes, Eagle, you can watch me go into the ditch there a little bit. George, Ottawa is going to be chaos, my friend. Chaos. Canada Day in Ottawa is going to be chaos. I'm telling you right now. And that is why they're going to shut her down. I cannot tell you how many different groups are planning to go to Ottawa for Canada Day. So absolutely, you watch what's going to be happening. Oh, I should have put a highlight reel on that one. Hopefully it wasn't past 5 minutes. I will try that, thanks. Oh yeah, it'll be peaceful on the protesters' end, D, of course. But hopefully, they don't get evicted violently like they have in the past. Oh, you know what we just realized? Oh no. All right, guys, we're gonna double back. We gotta double back to where I wiped out because my sunglasses are there. So that'll be the second pair. If I leave them behind, that'll be the second pair I've lost while trying to be a cameraman. So let's just get into the wind here for a second. Sorry, guys, we'll catch up to them right quick. I gotta go grab these sunglasses. Prescription sunglasses. Actually, these ones are prescription safety sunglasses, so I want them. We'll double back real quick. Sorry about the noise. Just up here at the sign here where I wiped out. And didn't realize lost the glasses in the transition. Some more evidence it wasn't staged. Ha ha ha. And all right, we'll turn back beyond James in a second. We're just gonna hopefully be able to find. Oh wow, look how long that grass is. I don't think we're finding glasses in there. Hey, bear with me just a second. Oh, bingo, bango, bongo. There they are. Perfect. All right. Sorry about that. We had a unforeseen stop here at this location. I think this is your bubbler maker. All right, we're good to go. We'll leave the truck there. Definitely didn't want to lose these ones. These ones are really designed to stay on your face, which obviously they failed there, didn't they? But back in the day when I had a job, I used to wear these. And that was 2.5 years ago. The last time I had to pay income tax. Well, they were only about $600. Someone was saying they were probably expensive. And yeah, $600 is expensive, but fortunately they weren't name brand, right? They actually look like ladies' glasses, but I don't really care. I don't wear these ones when I go out on a date. Well, actually I don't go out on a date, so I don't go and wear these ones when I want to look good. Told you we could catch up. We've got a 4-lane road here, so that's nice. Let's get ahead of them and then take a shot as they walk by. Looks like we got some slackers. Oh, he's on the no, he's not interviewing anymore. But we got some slackers. Look. Uh-oh, falling behind, guys. Falling behind. It's where I need to go behind them with a little water pistol, and I can give them a squirt to get them going every once in a while. Well, about 8 more kilometers, Sturgeon Falls. I hope you're ready for us. Oh, I should have zoomed out, forgot. See if I can do a no hands in a second. All right, here we go, no hands. Whoop. There we go. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to double check my keys are still in my pocket as well. At least we know where they would be if I don't have them. You can always check the stream and see if where I dropped the keys, but pretty sure they're in my zippered pocket, so we're fine. So for anybody just joining us, we're heading east along Highway 17. We're about 8 kilometers out of Sturgeon Falls. My name is Paul. This is my YouTube channel, Canadian Free Living. Smash that like button. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hi.
Across the street. Let's get back in line. There's another Ontario Provincial Police. All right, let's get back in line. Thanks, Doug. I see we have another volunteer now. He's got that Canadian flag there. So we have 3 volunteer marchers. Risking their life on the side of the highway to show some support. There was a big accident the other day on the highway. That's what caused a delay to the meet and greet in Sudbury. Get a good look at that V4F flag right now. Veterans for Freedom. Wind has kind of changed direction a little bit. Yeah, fortunately a lot of them try to move over for us. Like this guy. Woo! That was a lot of wind coming behind him. Most of the cars move into the other lane to give us some room. And then the occasional slow down when there's a single lane. But so excited to be marching into Ottawa with this crew. Or I should say alongside them, not with them. I am not affiliated in any way, but I am helping to promote by having my camera on them. So I read basically everything on CanadaMarches.ca. I felt the movement could use an extra camera and was worthy of an extra camera. So here we are. Not too many people get to know what it's like to march down Highway 17. And I think this is an excellent way to get exposure. Pretty sure YouTube is not sharing the algorithm around. That's why our numbers are so low on people watching. It's up to you guys to share it around as much as you can. People watching. I think this is what got me in the ditch last time. Oh, there we go. Success. Yeah, it's up to us. We've got to spread the word. We've got to get more people paying attention. So that way, you know, YouTube and other media sources won't be able to ignore, won't be able to do what the government's telling them to do. Like, so far I've been following James, and I think our highest count was just over 40 people watching the stream. And if you go for a walk down the street in Ottawa, you'll have probably more than 300 people watch the stream, because YouTube will share it around because it's not on the naughty list, I guess we'll call it for fun. The government's naughty list, things not to promote. Don't promote that my citizens are unhappy. So currently right now, I think the only thing that you are allowed to push and promote are how happy the Canadian citizens are with their government. So I was trying to do a couple tests, maybe changing titles and stuff, and not even putting the word James Topp in it, more freedom and just put morning walk in Ontario, just to see if all of a sudden we get more people watching, if YouTube will share it around more. I think once it gets past a certain point of numbers, then YouTube doesn't have a choice. They got to do it because there's just so much interest. So hopefully we'll get to that point, certainly before we get to Ottawa. There, we got I'm super hopeful that we'll have at least, let's say, 400 people in North Bay's meet and greet. All right, so if you guys can help get 400 people to the meet and greet in North Bay, which the next time I live stream, I'll make sure I know the address for you and I'll put it in the description down below. But you can certainly go to canadamarches.ca and look at their events page and you'll find it there. It was a really good turnout in Sudbury. And for those of you that don't know, the pace doesn't change when we go up or down a hill. Maintains the same pace, it seems like, a real strong, steady pace. So if you were planning to come out here, you better make sure that A, you have a backup plan if you can't keep up, or that you've already been practicing and you're ready to go. Because it is not easy at all. Yeah, as the momentum's building, I think people are getting hornier. If you follow what I mean. Yes, people are definitely getting on more horns as the word's getting out with this march going across Ontario. From what I've heard, yes, he is still in jail, but I don't really follow too much of that, so I wouldn't be able to tell you positively. When I'm not out here, I'm usually trying to edit videos or make videos, which I'm not very good at all. So currently looking for a volunteer video editor that would like to come out and hang out with me in Northern Ontario while I make videos. But and then when I'm not making videos, then I'm probably watching. I've been trying to revert to watching more positive things lately, so I've been doing some going back in time and watching Friends and some good old shows that help put a smile on my face. Because sometimes life can be too full of negativity, if you understand what I mean. So we gotta force feed ourselves some positive stuff once in a while, whether we want it or not. So anybody here from Sturgeon Falls, am I going to be able to get an Uber back? Am I going to be doing a long bike ride? The wind will go away. The bike ride's not so bad. But to ride into the wind for 10 kilometers is going to be a mission. Yeah, political prisoner. And I was watching another one saying that, you know, until I guess the flying mandates were lifted, then we had 6 million political prisoners here in Canada. But thanks for our righteous government, they've decided to let the unvaxxed travel. So that's just a great blessing for us from our dear old government. Always looking out for our best interests, utilizing our tax dollars in the best way possible. And for any of you who don't know, my name is Paul, Canadian Free Living, and that's called sarcasm. Yeah, I noticed a week ago the airline started complaining, or 2 weeks ago, so I knew it was for sure that it was only going to be a matter of days until they fixed it. And, you know, when the money starts complaining, that's when actions start happening. So if it wasn't for the money saying, hey, holy crap, you're going to have to give us a bailout soon if you don't let passengers come on our planes, then I still believe those mandates would be in place. You know what they say, money talks and bullshit walks, and that's just the reality. So until, you know, the movement can get the people with the big wallets to say, holy crap, guys, we gotta maybe satisfy these Canadians here. They seem to have a beef to discuss. Then that is when the power will be in the people. It's when we can get the numbers or we get the money. So right now we're working on the numbers, and just hold on again. We're gonna check out, see if one of their support crew falls down this hill. Where did he go up?
He went into the back there to find a way down, I guess.
Oh, there he is. So we got one of the guys went up for a great shot on top of this little cliff here, but looks like he's having trouble finding his way back down again. So maybe we'll just hang tight, make sure he doesn't wipe out and hurt himself. Or maybe he's actually, I think, wait, okay, hold up. He might be using the bathroom. Maybe this isn't the time to stream him. We'll let him have a moment of privacy. Oh, this horsefly is trying to, this black fly is trying, actually it's a horsefly, he's trying to bite me. Let me see if I can kill him. Get away from me. Oh yeah, this guy's gonna bite me. Yeah, I've got to, hold on. I'm either gonna wipe out again because I've got a horsefly trying to get me. So I'll get over here on the other side of the road in case he does get me and I... Well, someone was mentioning to me the other day, I don't know if you guys could see it, but how many trucks are passing me with huge mining equipment. So just to let you know, it appears that mining in Canada is going at 200%. And, you know, another piece of evidence to what might be coming up down the road. So I understand how you feel. with boycotting the restaurants and whatnot. And quite frankly, if we would have done that a year ago, when the government put those mandates, and if everybody would have wanted stopped going to a restaurant, I bet you that wouldn't have lasted long at all. Wouldn't have lasted near as long as it did. It's all about the money. It's the unfortunate part about our society is greed is what drives it. We always have to have what somebody else wants. Can't be satisfied with what we've got. Grass is always greener on the other side, as they say. Well, the good news is I'm looking forward to getting an improved microphone for our next meet and greet. So hopefully we'll be able to have some better sound effects. Oh, here's that darn horsefly again. It's on my hat. Looks like we've got a large gathering up ahead of us on the snowplow turnaround. So we've got the support vehicles on the left-hand side, the recreational vehicle and a couple others. And then on the right-hand side, we've probably got the, well, from here it looks like a tow truck, but my vision is poor at best, even with my prescription glasses on. Yeah, that does, is that a tow truck on the right-hand side?
Looks like, yeah.
Oh, he was just saying earlier that I'm wondering when the tow trucks are going to start. I'm hoping that's just not the case up ahead. Hopefully that's a tow truck that is here to support the tow away parked vehicles. But have you noticed how many OPP have gone by us today?
I've been here all day yesterday and all day today. I haven't seen one.
Well, today there's been about 15 that have passed you. Yeah, well, you've been busy, but yeah, 15 have gone today. In my last 3 days of being here on Highway 17,
Yeah?
excluding today, I saw one.
Yeah!
And today I saw.
What's your analysis?
Oh, you wait till we get to Ottawa. How many? Oh, you wait. We'll be escorted every which way. I guarantee it.
Officials that promised to represent us
Yeah.
Ottawa, and all they do is represent the sentiments of the people.
Yeah.
We're toast. We're gone. As soon as they get in office, it's over. I don't know what happens.
Yeah. So were you there? You were there at the meet and greet the other day.
Yes, I was.
Sorry. What did you think about Mr. Speaker there, Mr.
Roman Baber?
Yeah. I asked that because of what you just said.
Well, everybody talks pretty high and mighty about and it's like when they get elected into office, it's all going to happen overnight. But you know what? This is a long, drawn-out process, my friend, and it takes a lot of effort like this and kind of like ground-up kind of stuff, you know.
I was saying just a little while ago about the ignorance potentially of the man to think that he can go to Ottawa. So it's either the ignorance of the man thinking he can step into office and make all those changes, or it's just the BS that they do to tell us exactly what we want to hear, so they'll get into office. That's exactly what it is. Well,
because you're not representing right now Canadian values and Canadians at all.
no, I agree with you.
Why did all
You
those
know,
guys
there's a
have
problem
to
with,
go to
look,
Ottawa? They should have had 5 truckers. That shouldn't have been.
exactly, look at how many people are in front of us right now on the side of Highway 17,
Yeah.
right? And you don't think there's a problem in this country?
Wow.
So I spoke to some people from the Netherlands last night.
That's
It was
me.
either the Netherlands or
That's me.
somewhere else. They have no clue. Their MSM tells them Trudeau's amazing, everything in Canada's peachy. They said, what do you mean? And then they were asking me why vehicles have F Trudeau on them.
Yes.
So that's just to go to show.
That's mainstream media. But
Yep.
it's mainstream.
All right, let's get across the street where I think we can get a good angle of the group and give them some room. Roads are pretty busy right now, but we'll get in front of the group here. We're going to cut across the street. See if we can get the bus here where there'll be no wind. About to blow the phone off the gimbal, so if I lose you for a second, sorry about that, but the wind's getting real strong. I think I found a spot here in front of this truck we can hide from the wind. Yep, there we go. Good morning, Maria. Thanks for joining the stream. So now we are about 5 kilometers out from Sturgeon Falls. We're at a snowplow turnaround on the highway here. Yeah, the Bubbles and Shed, they keep on jumping forward to they're pretty much hanging out with the mobile bus there, I believe, and going to be at all the different checkpoints where James just hopped into the RV there at the front. Going to take a little break, have a water. Just going to put down the bike for a second and get a little water ourselves. Going to put you guys down for a second, or attempt to anyways. Just hold on 1 minute please while I get a drink. Sorry about that. Definitely very strong winds today. As you guys can tell, the phone's rocking all over the place. The camera here. Looks like we have bad reception here a little bit. Looks a little fuzzy on my end. So hopefully once we get moving, that'll clear up. See, everybody's just saying hello to each other. And there's the little shed. One of the support buses on behind it. Or support van would be that one, I guess. And then behind him is one of the support cars. Quite a few people have stopped here to say hello. James jumped in the bus though. I think he's definitely needing a break. He hasn't had one in a little while. Probably due to how many people are saying hello. Hey, thanks for the shout out, and you're extremely welcome. I appreciate your comment very much. Really helps me get out of bed in the morning and get out here and do this kind of stuff. So wind today is definitely incredible. I think we're looking at, I think I heard 30 kilometers or 30 miles, I'm not sure which, per hour winds coming out of the west. So fortunately it's pushing us in the back, but unfortunately it's also making me a little shaky with the camera. Hard to hold it still. Oh, backpacks are going on, so that means my backpack's got to go on. Just give me a sec, guys. So I'm told they're carrying a 30-pound backpack. Mine's only about 10 for now. When I do longer streams, I have to carry another battery, so that adds some more weight. And as we're improving our equipment that we're trying to stream with, that adds more weight. Oh, he's out of here. So unfortunately, some people just showed up to try to say hello, but he's gone. He's on to the next march. We're on to the next leg. So I think we might be walking in right into Sturgeon Falls now. So let's go catch up. Let's go fall in line. Oh, we'll also have to, I just noticed when we had our little wipeout, our handlebars got pointed the wrong way. So we'll have to fix that. Let's get on the other side of the street. Whoops. And the march continues. Next stop, I believe, is Sturgeon Falls. Tomorrow we'll be in North Bay. And by the 30th, we'll be in Ottawa. I'm looking forward to spending Canada Day in Ottawa this year. I have a feeling it's going to be an adventure. Let's just word it that way. So the nighttime walks that we'll be doing will probably be a little chaotic. And then the morning time walks in Ottawa will be peaceful. That's so far what we've experienced while we've done some time in Ottawa. The morning is the calm before the storm, and then into the evening, that storm starts brewing. I think now the response time for the police and tow trucks in Ottawa now is better than an ambulance response time. They can remove your vehicle in under 3 minutes. I'm not quite sure if that's true, but I bet you I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably close to that. They are definitely getting really experienced at removing vehicles now. When I tried to get to my hotel, which was what street's that called again? Anyways, a couple streets away from Metcalf. The guy had to run out while I was trying to park my car in front of the hotel. And he said to me that people have had their vehicles ticketed within 30 seconds of just stopping to get out to run into the hotel. So he came out to make sure that I didn't leave my vehicle unattended, because it would either get ticketed or towed. So much for spending $300 a night and you can't even park in front of the hotel. But that was on D-Day in Ottawa that I'm talking about. When the government decided there would be no protest happening on Family Day at Parliament Hill. When I did arrive to the hotel that day, I had to, well, I didn't have to, but they asked me to show them on a map how I got through the checkpoints so they could tell some of their other customers, because you had to sneak through the checkpoints to get in, even if you did have a hotel room. So fortunately I found a way in that I'm hoping is still available when I go back again for Canada today, because I have a feeling it's going to be locked up even tighter. So we'll probably just have to get an Uber to drive us close by and drop us off, and then we'll have to cycle through some of the spots that maybe the police haven't closed off. And if you want to currently check out, you can still see that they have checkpoints. You can go on Google Maps and you'll see a bunch of spots at the Parliament Hill that still have blockades and are still under police occupation. And in order to ensure our safety when we visit Parliament Hill, what I'd like to know is, how did all the businesses survive if they were forced to close down and not provide food or shelter to the convoy? Then how did they go for months on end with no income? Well, I'll tell you how. The government gave them our money to help pass them over. So instead of them all just opening their doors to the thousands of people that were here to protest and serving them, they closed their doors and took money from the government. There was only a few places that stayed open defiantly, and even got in trouble for it, for continuously to serve the, I'm not going to go and call them what Trudeau would, but the people protesting. They weren't even supposed to serve the people protesting, so that's pretty pathetic. Like I said before, you know something's wrong when people are marching across the country like James Topp and his crew. Over 4,000 kilometers marching. You think he's doing that because he's happy with what's going on? You think he's doing that because this is just a one person's problem? No, he's doing that because millions of people have been affected by the government's overreach. In one way or another, millions of people have been affected. You might ask, well, how was I affected? I don't think it really affected me much, except for the fact that I gave up everything I was doing to be here to support people that are getting affected. So my whole life I've been standing up to bullies, right from early public school. And I guess as it looks right now, our government's being a bully. And I'm getting out helping the people that are, I guess, getting bullied. It's not right, and we all need to do what little we can. There's so many people in this world that'll just sit down and take it when they don't deserve it, and not enough people that'll stand up for them. So the more of us that can do what is happening right here, look at us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people are marching down the highway right now, risking their lives to get hit by a car potentially. I've already been hit by 2 stones. So we can only hope that everybody driving past us says, what the heck is going on? And then they start looking a little bit deeper than MSM to find out what's going on. while we're riding our bicycle down a gravel shoulder beside Highway 17 heading towards Sturgeon Falls here in Ontario. You might ask, why are we doing this? And I would tell you, because our government keeps attacking our people and we've had enough of it. And we want them to listen to us and hear that there might be other sides of the coin besides what the rich, how they get affected by the government's decisions. So we have a 64-year-old man in the red shirt here, and up in front of him, a couple people, we have a 70-year-old man in the black backpack and the black pants. So far the weather here, I would say, is about 15 degrees would be my guess. Very cloudy today, extremely windy. We're expecting rain this afternoon. I don't think we're expecting a lot of rain, but we're definitely expected to get wet. So. Uh-oh. See what happens when I don't pay attention? I almost go in the ditch again. And to be honest with you, that hurts, so we're not doing that again. To the best of our ability. And I'll show you the bruise tomorrow, if I get one. The sacrifices people are making this year, and one of the biggest one is stepping away from the norm and into the unknown. You know, like, I won't talk about myself, but myself included as the people in front of me, I bet you they have no idea what's happening after Canada Day. They don't know what the plan is for next month, next year. There is no plan. For some people, there's no future right now, no hope. They're not allowed to work. They can't feed their family. All because they want to let their natural immunity, their natural immune system fight off another type of influenza. Really bumpy shoulder. Just wanted to get a side view, but to try to be safe, I'm really near the edge of the shoulder on this side. Oh, I think there's more mandates coming. If there's not a drastic change in the way the government's structured, then I think for our safety, quote unquote, yes, there are more mandates coming. What they're soon going to do is they're going to lock us. They're going to lock up all the. There's my prediction. All right, you want to hear a sad one? They're going to lock up all the minions, myself included, the poor people, and we're going to get locked up to save for the climate. The next huge mandates will be climate mandates. We won't be flying anywhere. We won't be driving anywhere. We'll be on reduced consumption of electricity. But meanwhile, if you're in the elite with all the money, and I don't mean any offense if any of you are watching here right now, you won't be affected near as much. Just like the last mandates. The rich were still flying around on holidays, doing what they do, and the poor were still serving them while we all wear masks and got jabbed. So, unfortunately, we need to get the money on our side, and that is why I hope people like Elon Musk, Donald Trump, people that realize what's going on in the world might stand up if they dare. You know, because ever since Elon started messing around with Twitter, now all of a sudden everybody on the left hate him. And that man, like James, also has a very important mission. He's trying to get 1 million of us on Mars, so that way, when we blow ourselves up, a few of us might be able to live. So, hats off to everybody like James Topp, everyone that risked everything down that whole freedom convoy. As a commercial driver myself, you guys might not realize, but everybody there that had a commercial license was jeopardizing, you know, how they're going to feed their families for the rest of their lives. That license can so easily get taken away from them, and they could have a very hard time getting it back. Hello. So that is a lot of risk with very little promised reward. For everybody wondering why occasionally we get some blurry video, it's because we're using cellular signal, and we're in North Ontario here on Highway 17. So once we get closer to the big cities, I think we get better better signal. So occasionally you will notice the picture get a little blurry. Again, nothing I can do about it. I should get onto the other side of the road though, for safety's sake. Uh-oh, looks like we got a guy that's gonna need to get on the handlebars. Across the street, I think, after this car coming up ahead of us. Let's double check. Yeah, we're good. Wow, that's just crazy. I hope you're wrong about that. You know, I totally agree they're going to try to make the 3 mandatory and a booster every 6 months thereafter. But after all the warnings I got after my second injection regarding my heart and stuff, I've decided I'll use the one I've used for the regular influenza. It's called avoidance. And being a little bit more germ aware, and I haven't had the regular flu in over 20 years because of that. So if we just use a little bit of common sense, yeah, we can stop the spread of the regular flu. We can reduce the spread of the regular flu, this flu, you know, stop sneezing on people, stop coughing in their face. Just common knowledge, right? Should be. But unfortunately, people are stupid, so the government puts masks on their face. I invited, it's going back about 10 years ago, on my comment about people are stupid, including myself. don't get me wrong. I always tell people I'm ignorant, but I invited my friend over for dinner, and he was bringing his girlfriend for the first time, and we had about eight or nine people there for dinner, and I had it all laid out. We were having tacos. We were having fish, steak, and chicken tacos. You had your choice of protein. The table was all set with all the fixins, that every fixin that you could possibly believe. The first thing that she did was sat down and coughed all over the food. Ooh, we almost went down again. So yes, I was a little upset, and a couple seconds goes by and she did it again. So I had to ask her to please cover her mouth, or, you know, look the other way. And to be honest with you, I don't think I said it as calmly as I did now. I was pretty insulted after all that hard work, and then somebody comes in and coughs a bunch of stuff all over it. And it doesn't matter whether her stuff was full of stuff. I just don't want your saliva on my food. But anyways, I'm ranting now. So here's the crew. We've got seven of us right now going down Highway 17 together on our way to Sturgeon Falls, which hopefully I'm going to find some food because I'm getting hungry. I'm not sure how long we have left. I'm hoping, thinking it's less than, hoping and thinking that it's less than 5 kilometers. I guess we can see 2 kilometers back, and so we just ripped off 2 kilometers pretty quick. Definitely feel the moisture coming in the air. Get on the road here a little bit smoother. I think we're going to be getting wet soon. Might hold off. Oh, we're coming up to some signage, so you guys will have an idea of where we're at.
High business.
The team is support team's trying to put some mandates on me with letting me know I should be having my high vis vest on. They're absolutely not incorrect. I totally agree. I did forget my high vis today. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I've never had a flu shot either, except for a couple shots for this new flu that's here. Basically based out of fear, I think. Oh, I thought I felt a bit of moisture. Looks like we have a couple more marchers that have joined in the group. That's the first thing that people tend to comment on when they join the group here is the pace. There's a storm a-brewing. Four, six, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of us now. Yeah, whoever's wishing that sun, you better start doing a sun dance, because I just felt a couple drips on me and I'm pretty sure it wasn't me spitting. Yeah, that is the positive point, right? Could be, over 30 degrees, which can definitely make this a heck of a lot harder. If it does start raining, obviously, for some of you that don't know, I don't have any rainproof equipment here. I didn't bring my raincoat and I didn't bring my umbrella. Not sure what I was thinking, but so we'll have to quickly put the camera away and double time it back to somewhere where it's dry. Oh, there's another drop. Well, if we'd move faster, we're underneath a black cloud right now, so. And I think today I'm probably going to ask a stranger for a ride or probably hitchhike back to the truck. One or the other. I haven't hitchhiked in 30 years, so that should be interesting. So James is all the way at the front there. No, Trudeau's hiding with his pretend COVID again. Seems to get COVID every time something happens conveniently. I even tried getting my daughter to use that excuse to bag off work and come give me a hand babysitting my dog while I'm doing some of this streaming. Oh, I can't do that, Dad. I said, just come on. Life's short. Just call in sick with the vid. But fortunately, she's smarter than her dad. And here we have the OPP. About to demonstrate right here. That is our Ontario Provincial Police. We're fortunate enough to have them checking us out all day today. So, we're about to go down. No, we stayed up. Sorry about that. Some of this side road here is really super soft. So when these tires go into it, It tries to take me to the ground again. Oh, and it did again. Hold on a sec. Sorry, guys. No, we weren't all the way to the ground that time. It almost got us. Ooh, that was quite a bump. Trying to read that last message. It's hard to read messages when you're riding the bike. It takes two hands. Yeah, unfortunately, there's lots of negative effects out there from people that are, after they get the experiment in them. Unfortunately, some people have had some really terrible negative stuff. My daughter lost a friend within 16 hours of getting her first experiment put in her, and 19-year-old girl gone. It's just sad to see that there's many adverse effects. And you know what? There's adverse effects from getting the experiment put into you. And some people are having some serious effects when they actually do catch the vid. And I don't know if the vid was an experiment or not. If I was to guess, I would say it was actually an intentional attack, but that's only me guessing and thinking to myself, you've got a country that's declared war many years ago with the West, told its people to prepare for war, is preparing for war, and when you look at how many people have died due to the vid, which came out of that country, and you look at how many people have died due to fentanyl, which is a drug that is coming, the raw ingredients are coming out of that country. Right now, people in North America, fentanyl, there goes another OPP. Fentanyl, I think the stat was it's killing somebody every 8 seconds. So we've got two things that are coming out of a country that have declared war with the West, told its people to prepare for war, but yet our government say it's competition. It's healthy competition. That makes me wonder if our governments are not aligned with them, helping take us down, take away our guns so they can invade us easy. I don't know. This is just me getting too carried away, obviously. But it is a potential. Like, it is a possible theory. It is a possible outcome. I hope I'm wrong, but we're well over 5 million dead already in North America due to the vid and due to fentanyl. And it appears all evidence says both of those are coming out of China, a country that's declared war. And Mr. Biden calls it competition. I hope we're wrong. I hope we're wrong. Something compelled me to be mobile. Everything this year is lined up that I'm mobile. I'm trying to use my intelligence to do some good this year. Something new, good for other people instead of myself. And I really just hope that at the end of the year, it just turns out that I just watched too much YouTube. I know, and I've been hearing of that talk myself. And, hearing WF saying that they're controlling most of our government. And they've got Ford signed up, apparently, and they've got Trudeau signed up. And so I don't really understand, obviously, because I'm just an ignorant human that knows nothing. But what I do know is just, I think shit's going to be hitting the fan and hitting it hard. But, oh well, like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. That's why my dad says to me, Paul, ignorance is bliss. And now I really understand that. The less you know, certainly the happier you are. I look back to 3 years ago when I used to have a full-time job and did the grind every day. Oh, here's some neat cars. And I didn't have a single clue or worry in the world. And but now that I've started watching YouTube and other media that shows worldly events that are happening, let's just check out these vehicles real quick. You know, obviously, some really cool bikes at the shop. Hey, got some neat stuff here. Really neat cars there. Ooh-wee, I might have to get out and start walking, guys. The butt's starting to get a little sore. I need to get one of those really nice cushions for my seat. And I don't want to try to whine because I should be in no place to be whining when I have these guys doing what they're doing in front of me. That would be you know, someone was just mentioning about our children. And it's our children is where change can be made. It's how we educate our kids. That's how we can change the future. You know, once obviously what we're doing here today and what's been done this year is one small step, you know, for mankind, as they say. But at the end of the day, let's look at where the government starts the brainwashing. Well, it's at the children level. You know, you got to start young. First 5 years of a child's life is their brain's like a sponge, whether they know it or not, and they're a lot of what they do the rest of their life gets created. So that is where major change can happen, is by changing the minds of the future generations. You know, even when you look at the true dictatorship over in China and looking at all the students that are starting to protest, I fear for them. You know, if you look at what happens to protesters here in this so-called free country, can you imagine what happens to them in China? Right? Well, we don't have to imagine. We've seen it. Tiananmen Square, I think it was 1978 when they drove over that guy with a tank. You know, like, yeah, that's exactly the fear that I hope never happens to come here, obviously. You start seeing tanks at the protests, we'll know something's wrong. I was pretty shocked when I was in Ottawa and looked at the, you know, assault rifles and the tear gas guns and, you know, all the different weapons that they had prepared for the protesters. It's like, holy Toledo. You got the one group comes with lollipops and flags, and the other group comes with assault rifles and tear gas. And that's why we call them bullies. Hey, well, let's look at some positivity, all right? Let's bring up some positive stuff. So today we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. And at least today, as compared to a few days ago, we've been averaging 30 people watching, where a few days ago we were only averaging 10. So there you go. We've already tripled the turnout. And we've got, what, 8 days left? 9 days left? So hopefully, like I said before, we can have 100 people watching by the time we get to Ottawa. 100 people watching and 1,000 people lined up behind James. That would be spectacular. Well, he's coming up to the support vehicles again here on our right. Not sure if he's going to take a break this time or not. I'm assuming he will since he skipped the last break. Hey, thank you very much for the feedback. I appreciate it. I get a little worried sometimes when I ramble on. A, that I might be just rambling, and B, I might get myself in trouble. So fortunately what I'm hearing is we're doing okay so far. And I'm open obviously to your thoughts on it too, if you want to share them, you know, which some of you have. Yeah, it looks like we're crossing the street. Found a little spot over there to park it up. Well, and that's what we've been saying right from the beginning. It's where the money's at, right? That's how you get, you know, you follow the money and then you follow what's going on. I think greed cost me my first wife, and that's where I got introduced to greed and learned that lesson. Also got taught it in my teen years, but it didn't sink in. It's hard to get through a teen's head, that's for sure. So break time. Oh, they're headed to, I just reading about the little shed and George or whatnot. Yeah, they've been periodically been here throughout the day, but you're saying they're all the way in North Bay now? I would have thought they'd be up here ahead in Sturgeon Falls waiting for us. The wind's really picking up, guys, so sorry about that. Our team almost got driven over by that dump truck there, so they're all worried about my high vis and getting in the way, and they almost just got drove over, so that's not good. Yeah, the one thing I have noticed is, you know, there's a few YouTube creators that, and a couple TikTokers that are following these guys along like I am. I don't know if we quite got the embrace that we were expecting, but at least the fact is we can follow and leapfrog. Fortunately, it's a free country and we can do what we'd like as long as we don't endanger the safety of others. And somebody just dropped garbage all over the road. I'm about to get hit by it. That sucks. So yes, the road, somebody just dropped a huge garbage bag or something, and there's garbage flying everywhere. So I didn't catch this intersection. Let's see if we can zoom in on that sign over here in front of this guy. He's been trying to cross the street for quite some time. The wind is too much, shaking the camera, I can't get it. Maybe we'll go zoom in a bit. Let's go get a little closer to that sign and see where we are. Are you gonna give up?
There's all kinds of traffic.
Oh, there we go. Now we can get across the street and we'll see this, get a zoom in on where we're at. LeBlanc Road, 400 meters up ahead. So you guys can have an idea where we're at in case you're looking for James. It's just parked over here. We're gonna swing across the road if and when we get to. Here we go. Looks like that time is now. Get a look at all that garbage that's now all over the road. Highway 17, heading into the wind. Looks like it's break time. We'll put the camera down and have a little drink of water. Oops, so that means, so what I just found out, I think, is that you guys listen to our conversation. You're right. I totally agree with you. Unfortunately, I've been working on anger management for a long time. And sorry about that. I thought we had that muted. I apologize for you guys listening to that. I hope I'll learn how to use the mute button in the future. But I don't know if anybody can see my perspective or not, but it just seems like I'm getting a little bit singled out here. And I apologize for that. And like I said, I'm totally willing to go to North Bay and buy a bunch of vests, but and hand them out. I can see the guy I was arguing with now is just updating to James. So, yes, I guess now the big guy himself is going to come and give me shit, potentially. Oh wow, Bruce, you're incredible. I'll have to go and check that out. Oh, here comes a man here that might need a hand on the handlebars. So apparently everyone, Bruce has gone to Home Hardware and bought me an additional high-vis vest. Bruce, I appreciate that. I do own a couple already, so what I'll do is keep that one handy for, well, I'll wear it today, and I'll keep it handy for in the future when someone else might need one. So thank you very much, Bruce. You're awesome. And George, I think you're absolutely right. I think that's what I'll do is I'll keep my distance. I guess I could fly up and let them know just for everybody's safety that I've got one coming at Home Hardware. Well, I really screwed up there not having the mic mute. I really muted. I apologize to you guys for that. I didn't want that conversation to be streamed live, so that's very unfortunate. Yeah, Walter's a trooper. He's been doing stretches on the side of the road. Yeah, like I understand that I was totally wrong on that end of the conversation. I could have handled myself way better. But on the other token, you know, the gentleman could have showed up with, hey man, listen, did you bring a vest today? Here, how about I give you a spare one for next time? You know, right? So we all could have had a little bit more love and on that end. So live and learn, that is exactly right. It is a massive learning lesson. And I hope that I'm going to learn from this one. I will not come back out again without my high vis on. I will stay on the same side of the street as them. See, now, had they've given me the rule list when I first got here, I would have been happy to follow along it. But like I said, they're not telling anybody. Look, all these people were encouraged to come out and walk with them. I heard them the other day at the live stream encourage people to come out and walk. But they're not encouraging a high-vis vest, which should be done, I guess. You're absolutely right. I totally agree with you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And at the end of the day, the only reason I wanted to mute the mic was because in case I, said anything negative or not in a positive manner about the team, because that is not my intention. I'm here to spread the love, to spread the hope for freedom, the dreams that if enough small people get together, then they no longer are small. Two people are wearing a vest. James and the other military man here at the back of the line carrying the Veterans for Freedom flag. He's got one attached to his backpack. I can't believe Bruce went and got me a high vis. You're awesome, Bruce. Yeah, 45 to 50, incredible. Like, that's even hard to do on a bicycle. Well, for me anyways. Yeah, all right, that might be a suggestion. I can probably cut that part out. Because for an anti-mandate group, we sure do have a lot of mandates. And I understand most of them. They don't want to get the message, mixed up, the movement mixed up. I think the fear is if it got recognized that the movement, this group here, if it got tied in with like the freedom movement, then basically obviously what government official is going to talk to them. So like I do understand, their reservation to, keep it close knit so that way they can really control what the message is. But at the same point in time, we really got to get that message out to the masses because like we said earlier, the individual few are weak. But when they get together, they become strong. All right, D. That is one thing that I'll need to learn more about, I guess, is the structure and, how obviously, from what I've told, there's four military vets here in the movement, and the rest are volunteers. Oh wow, that's a big camera. There's a big camera here. So, oh, they're not gonna come tell me what to do, I guess, this time. Oh, who's got the big camera? Let's go across the street, get a better angle. Maybe I should ask. It's okay. Let's go get a better angle. Oh wow, CTV. Oh wow. They're actually meeting with CTV. I'm surprised to see CTV here. And I'll be even more surprised on what they put on their television show. So, oh whoops, I'm right on the back angle of, oh, I don't even care anymore. Probably gonna tell me to come on and get out of the way. Okay, I will do so. I just wanted to see who the big camera was. Get myself some TV time on CTV. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get yelled at again. Here was their big break to get some TV time, and I photobombed it. Sorry, guys. And for anyone wondering, I'm off the road, I'm off the shoulder, I'm on the grass on the other side, so I'm nowhere near any vehicles. So I guess the home hardware is coming up ahead. You calling it yet? Way to go, sir. You did great. You know what we'll do? I think, not sure how far up ahead the home hardware is. I thought about running ahead. I'll try my best to keep my feelings out. I appreciate that. It's what I've been trying to do right from the get-go, and but sometimes that can be really hard to do. But I appreciate, you know, the heads up that obviously let the camera do the talking, right? Looking forward to it, Debbie. See you soon. Geez, if I would have rode back to get my high vis, I would have missed this CTV interview. How far ahead, Bruce, do you think is the Home Hardware? Yeah, CTV sucks. I agree with you. I'm surprised they're even doing the interview. It's so risky on how your words will get changed. About 3 minutes down. Well, then I'm going to book it on ahead then down to there. I'm going to grab that high vis and yeah, that's what I thought too about the government news channel. Yeah, it will be interesting to see what CTV has to say. Hopefully they're going to do it in a positive manner. But the group's getting quite large now. I'm going to get to the other side of the road soon when I get a chance. Yeah, out of the group, you can see there's definitely... Hello, Ronald. Thanks for bringing that peace, love, and freedom. We're going to be taking a couple-minute break up here at the chip stand. I am when I say we. Well, I guess I and you are. We're going to grab our high vis that one of the viewers here, Bruce, has provided us. So once again, thank you, Bruce. Mighty kind of you. Can't tell you how many times a viewer's been able to help out one way or another, so that's awesome. Especially when I get lost and need help finding things. Uh-oh. Well, one of the sayings I love to say, Bruce, is humans helping humans. And it is what we need more of. Ooh, wow, the temperature is dropping. You see those flags are flying pretty strong. Well, thanks for everybody that came out for a walk. That's now coming into Sturgeon Falls. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 people in the march. So let's make that at least 50 coming into North Bay. Or should we just shoot for a lower number, maybe 20? Clouds seem to be getting darker. Anybody seen the forecast for the area lately? When can I expect to start getting wet? Last time I thought they said around noon. No rain? Well, I hope you're right. That'll be certainly nice. Well, you can see we have a little bit of a traffic problem already. We almost had a collision right there. And I wasn't anywhere near, so can't blame me. So here we come into Sturgeon Falls. It's been a nice little bike ride this morning. Looks like they might be taking a break here again, or they might continue marching. We'll have to wait and find out. Oh, I'm in really... Oh, here's the CTV vehicle again. Oh, I'm in sand. Sorry, guys. I got stuck in some sand here. So right down here, we have on our right the support vehicles. And then here we have CTV getting set up for some footage. I was definitely a little surprised to see them. And I'll be interested to see tonight if any of his footage gets put on TV, onto MSM, and what they say. Now this guy's got a nice setup. He's got about 100 pounds on that bike. How many extra pounds are you carrying today, sir? I said, how many extra pounds are you carrying on that bike?
Probably, with the bike, probably close to 75.
Wow. That adds a little bit of extra exercise, eh?
A little bit more challenging.
Have a good day. This guy's tested positive for freedom, marching with purpose. Good day, sir. So here comes the team marching into Sturgeon Falls. Just passing Sturgeon River right now. You're welcome, Weather Cat. Thank you for the shout out and putting up with the wind noise and all the other things that factor in when you're driving around on a bicycle up north in Ontario. We're just coming into Sturgeon Falls, looking fairly busy. We've got another cameraman up top here. I'm not sure who he's representing. Pretty decent looking camera though. I'm zoomed in too much. I think that's why it's getting really bouncy. So let me zoom that out. We've got to be getting close to that Home Hardware now, so that's exciting. I can get my high vis on and stop feeling like a bad boy, breaking the rules. So here we come, we're in Sturgeon Falls now. There's gonna be a lot of people here out greeting James, I'm sure. The lineup of people behind him is getting longer as it goes. So that's really exciting. Thanks to everybody that came out. Kind of a shot of the whole group there while they wait up at the intersection. Well, they're having a team meeting. Not sure. Well, I think they're going to go have a stop in the LCBO. No, I don't think so. All right, well, we'll let them. They got another group over there. Let's get ahead a little bit, see if we can find that high-vis vest here. We're looking for a Home Hardware. All right, so we're just gonna quickly buzz up ahead here and get our high vis on maybe. We might circle back if it's still too far forward. Sorry about that. I know you guys want to see James, and I will double back in a second. And wow, look at the group waiting for him up here. Wowzers. I'm gonna stop up here and show you guys this group. We were waiting for James here. So we're just coming up to the Timmy's here in Sturgeon Falls, intersection of Main and Front Street. And as you guys can see, we have quite an audience here. So this is where the bubble bus is. And we'll get on the road because hopefully we can get through this spot here. And we can see all the crews here and living on the edge.
Careful on the edge.
So as you guys can see, we just went past a group and we're going to do a quick circle back. The parking lot here at the Timmy's is full. We've got the bubble bus, we've got the little shed. We got a lot of supporters here. So let's get a good angle of them as James gets greeted by everybody. All right, so here we go. Here's a little view angle. So Sturgeon Falls, thanks for coming out and meeting James. Appreciate it. Let's get you a zoom in. James is coming down the street. Here comes his support recreational vehicle. And James and his crew, the marchers, are all just over there, getting flooded by everybody here in Sturgeon Falls. So that's awesome. What a greeting. Half a block to Home Hardware. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I will definitely be running in there and taking a 5-minute break, even if the crew happens to keep going. Because as our friend across the street there in the high vis mentioned, I can certainly catch up pretty quick on my bike. I guess somehow this gathering got big enough to warrant CTV to come out. I'm not sure how that happened. Well, a well-deserved warm welcome here in Sturgeon Falls. So thanks again to everybody that came out and encouraged people to come out. The march continues, and it looks like he's going to have a few people more behind him now. Let's check out who's all going to keep walking. All right, let's get going up ahead to that Home Hardware. Oh, I see the Home Hardware. We have eyes on the Home Hardware. So we're gonna get headed there now. We gotta pick up our high vis so we can be safe and stay out of trouble. And hopefully get a quick second to pick up some French fries. So here we are riding no hands now. We're on the sidewalk though, so should be fine. We're just gonna run up here ahead because one of the kind viewers here has helped us out with a high-vis vest since we forgot ours. So we're just gonna double up here to the Home Hardware and see if they're ready for us. All right, all right, all right. Mr. CTV News. And here we are at the Home Hardware. contractor entrance, main entrance. All right, just hold on a sec, guys, while we run in here. And good day, sir.
Oh.
Thank you. Hey guys, so we're just here in Home Hardware, and I see a high-vis sitting on the desk here, so I have a feeling that's for me. I'm just waiting for my turn to be served, and then we'll get back outside and get back on James. Sorry, I was told you guys might have a high-vis here for me. Bruce said he paid for it and left it here for me. Thank you very much. Can you have a great day? Thank you. Wow, Bruce, you're awesome, man. Thank you very much. Let's get this high-vis on. All right. Safety first. Way to go, Bruce. Shout out to Bruce. Beautiful, bright, shiny. Hopefully it goes over top of my backpack. All right. That's what I'm talking about. You just go throw this in the garbage. So, Bruce, thank you very much, sir. We are now protected, and hopefully we cannot endanger anybody due to our live streaming from our bicycle. You're awesome. Yeah, it's a perfect fit. Nice and bright and shiny. All right, let's get going. Let's get marching. Looks like we're gonna skip the food for now. Hopefully I didn't miss a message that said that was waiting for me too. Because the march is going, they're not breaking, so I'm not sure when they're gonna take a break. But when they do, that is when we will. Well, here's the police. About to probably pull. Oh, there's lots of police. Two of them right there. The black cars. They were both police. That guy in the motorbike was holding them up. And Bruce, if I missed you somewhere here and missed my opportunity to thank you in person, I apologize for that. But I do appreciate your kindness, so thank you. Uh-oh. These guys are having some troubles with the wheelchair. Oh, they got it. Perfect. Good day, sir. Thanks for your service. Yeah, you're right, C's. Like I've said, when in Ottawa, if you were carrying a flag or if you had a camera, you were definitely going to get signaled out. Singled out. And yeah, they're definitely not pro independent cameras that aren't paid by the government to say what the government wants. It's nice here now where I'm at is the breeze is actually pushing us. I got to use my brake to slow down, so it's nice for a change. Well, I wanted to support the chip wagon, but it looks like I'm gonna have to go with something faster. Oops, sorry about that. I almost hit a curb. Oh wow, another big crew coming up here at the intersection. Let's get up here ahead. Zoom in on their faces. Wow, looks like a lot of younger people too coming up now to greet them, so that's awesome. Let's do a swing around here to stay out of Mr. Bully there. Stay out of his way. Oh no, they're not coming to see James. I thought, oh, look at that, a young crowd coming to see James, but turned out what's that, Bruce? You set me up with a T-bone somewhere? Where? That's going too far, my friend. So I think we're almost out of food options, guys. I think it's probably now or never. Wow, look at this truck and trailer. I think somebody might be having a little too much weight on that truck. What do you guys think? get the pickerel. I've heard some pickerel guys here that said fresh pickerel somewhere. I thought I noticed a sign like that the other day. And I thought, oh, I wonder if that's any good. This guy's got the same idea as me.
Going to Ottawa?
Yep. It's gonna get a little horny. Oh, I gotta zoom out. Gotta zoom back out. Well, I think this is where we're gonna make our U-turn. We gotta decide to make it somewhere before we ride back to where the trailer is. Were they waiting for a police officer to escort them, or? It's okay, guys, you can cross the street. Oh wow, look at that big thing in the back there coming on the truck. What makes the stretch of 17 ahead bad? It's getting really windy. Oh, we're in soft sand again. In a minute we're gonna fall in line. We'll get on the other side of the street and get in the back of the line. A bit of the march ahead gets a little dangerous, so we'll cross over. I think what we're gonna do now is double back and find some food, grab the truck. Yeah, we're gonna let these guys head on down the road. We're gonna catch up with them later this afternoon. We're gonna double back, get some food. So I think we'll spin around. I appreciate everybody watching the stream, and I'd like to stay with them, but I don't want to get too far away from the truck, especially when I don't have any food with me. So we managed to get with them and stay with them through Sturgeon Falls. That was a lot of fun. But I'm thinking it is time for us to turn around. Until I can get myself a partner that's going to help relocate my truck, I'm going to have to only be able to stay with these guys a little bit. So I am trying to work on finding someone to give me a hand, and then I could actually maybe leave at 8 in the morning and stop with them at 7 at night. That would be quite a day. But let's wait until if and when, oh, we've got a chance, guys. So we're gonna spin around right here. So we'll say goodbye to them for now, and we'll see them this afternoon. But I appreciate you all watching the stream so far. Putting up with the bad signal strength and the high wind in the microphone. Oh, I gotta zoom out. Try no hands. There we go. So we're gonna head back in here. We have, I think we're gonna find that chip stand that Bruce was talking about. Wow, riding into the wind is crazy. So, unlike that gentleman said to me earlier about, oh, it'd only take you a couple of minutes to ride back to your truck. Yeah, not in this wind it wouldn't. So turn down your volumes, because I'm sure that wind noise has got to be pretty deafening. I apologize for that. Gonna look into something this afternoon to try to fix that. Hence why I'm not staying with James much longer. I want to run out to Best Buy and see if we can get one of those socked microphones. All right, chippy wagon. Getting a little fed up with fast food. I like to support small business, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we have in store.